Hey you guys, I'm sorry for the attire. I am freezing. It is super late. I think it's like 1 in the morning and I just couldn't wait to do the video for you guys. So I apologize for the way I look. No makeup, out of bed. I just found out that Spirit Airlines is actually hiring, you guys. So I kind of ran and said I need to do this video before they close their doors and you guys don't have access to apply. So with this said, let's get into it right away because I want to tell you guys what are the qualifications. Number one, you guys make sure you have a high school diploma. That would be the first qualification, or a GED. All right, they do prefer a college degree, but you know what, if you have either or it's fine. Second of all, you need 2 years of experience in guest services. Okay, you guys, so if you have any experiences, you know, make sure that your resume reflects that because they'll be looking at that and they want to see at least 2 years, hopefully consecutive. They like to see what every year is accounted for. They don't like to see gaps. So make sure that you have your years back to back of, you know, your years of experience of what you've been doing the last couple of years, because they'll go back as far as 10 years. And they want to make sure that the times that you weren't working, that you can justify that, you know, so that's really important. They also want to make sure that you're able to successfully complete a 4-week initial flight attendant training. All right, so that's really important. So if you are working presently, you're gonna have to either quit or take a leave of absence. They wanna make sure that you can actually reserve 4 weeks for them, just because they're gonna need you to train you. And once you graduate, you'll be working right away. So they wanna make sure that you have that block reserved for them when they do call you. You need to be at least 21 years of age. You must be at least 5 feet high, not lower. All right, without shoes. So make sure that you are 5 feet high without shoes. Remember that. So try, you measure yourself, take off your shoes. They will ask you to remove them if they think that you are below that. You have to be able to lift 50 pounds from the floor to your shoulder. Very important. If you can't, you guys start hitting the gym because they will test you on that as well. Just FYI. You have to be able to reach the aircraft bin. So they may test you on that to see how high is your reach, okay? And the storage area. So those are 2 things that they may test you on as well. You must be able to fasten your seatbelt, okay, without an extension. So they want to make sure that, you know, you're a certain weight, I guess. This is their polite way of seeing it, because if you do need an extension, that means you're too large for our jump seat. They're not going to measure your butt like some airlines do, but they want to make sure they don't need that extension to fit you in the jump seat. You must have a valid passport/documents. So if you guys have a green card, if you guys have, like, they want to make sure that all that information is available and that you have your passport in hand. Now, if you guys don't have a passport, please start making the necessary step to apply. Definitely do that now. Put a rush on it if you can. I know with COVID, I don't know if the rush still works, because I know if you pay a little bit extra, you actually get that, you can get that passport quicker. I would start it now. You know, it might be a little more expensive, actually a lot more expensive, because I know when you get it rush, it's about $200 and something. It's expensive, but it's so worth it, you guys, because if you don't have it, they will not hire you. So you're doing all this for nothing. So make sure you have your passport, very important. So you must be able to work in the US without sponsorship. So what they mean by that is, you know, sometimes you're an illegal and you're being sponsored in order for you to be here or even work. They don't want that. They want you to, you know, be the owner of a green card or passport, or you are, they want to make sure that you're legit in the US. So they want to make sure that you are dependable, that you are a leader, that you're energetic, that you're outgoing, you're smiling, that you're a team player, that you demonstrate leadership and exceptional interpersonal skills. So they want to see that you have that personality, because Spirit Airline is known to have the youngest employees. All right, and so they keep on hiring fresh blood, so to speak, and they want that energy to keep growing, you know. So their motto is, the more you bring in, you know, the young people, it brings in that energy, that vibrantness, They love that everybody's vibrant and fresh and want to learn, and they love the energy from, you know, the younger crowd. You have to be flexible, and you also have to be willing to relocate, you guys, at your own expense. So what that means is that, let's say you reside in Arizona like I do, you apply, and right now they are hiring for Fort Lauderdale, you guys. So the base is in Florida. If your dream has always been to live in Florida and have a job in Florida, this is your chance, because they are filling up Fort Lauderdale base, which is awesome. So to go back to the example, if you are in Arizona and your dream was to live in Florida, for example, and to, you know, have a job in Florida, once you are hired, okay, you will be stationed in Fort Lauderdale, which means you could commute back home. All right, there's no problem flying for free back and forth, but you have to reside. You're gonna have to stay when you are on reserve. You're gonna have to stay where they station, they're gonna station you. So if your base is gonna be, for example, this example here, because they are hiring there. So if they are hiring you in Fort Lauderdale, you need to, when you are on reserve, you need to have a place to stay. So you can either stay in a crash pad or get yourself an apartment. But all that is at your own cost and your own expense. Just remember that. They will not pay for that. They will pay for your training for 4 weeks. And it's very minimal. It's not that much. If I recall, it's about 600 and something. So divided in 4 weeks, you make the math. So that's about a month's worth. $600 is not a lot to eat. But that's all they give you. I don't know if that's gone higher since, you know, since the last time I checked with them, but just know that when we did it, it was about in the 600-ish, and it wasn't a lot. But I just know that once you graduate, you guys are on your own, and everything else that you spend is out of your pocket. So if you guys want to start saving now, it is the time, because crash pad can be very expensive, especially in Fort Lauderdale compared to Orlando, which is where I'm stationed. And you know, food, lodging, transportation, because you got to think about the airport. You know, you have to report, so you have to go to the airport. I don't know if you have a shuttle wherever you're staying at. If you're staying in a hotel, obviously there's a shuttle, but if not, some hotels don't have, or some crash pad, if you're staying at someone's house, they may not have the shuttle, so you have to pay for taxi or Uber or Lyft. So you got to take that all into consideration, you guys. So when your start salary is not that high to begin with, so just remember that that's going to chip at your salary, your beginning salary. So it might be a little rough the first few years. Just remember that. Now, the current base that Spirit Airline has is ACY, all right, DFW, Dallas Fort Worth, DTW, which is Detroit, FLL, which is Fort Lauderdale, LAS, which is Las Vegas, MCO, which is Orlando, and ORD, which is Chicago. So just know that those are the main base for Spirit Airline, and the base that is hiring right now is FLL, which is Fort Lauderdale. And what you want to do is, the good thing about Spirit is once you are hired, and let's say that's not really the base you want to be in, you can always transfer. Now, it's not, probably may or may not be accepted, but good chances are that you may get the transfer. So if you do, that's even good. So if out of the 7 bases that I've mentioned, if any of those are your home, apply, you know, work, get stationed, get based, and then ask for a transfer, and eventually you'll get it. And so that's the good thing about it, just so you guys know. So they want to make sure that you are flexible to work the holidays, the weekends, the nights. So they want to make sure you're flexible, okay? Because if you're not, this is not the job for you. They will call you at any time of the day, any time of the night, even depending. You could be on Reserve C, for example, which is like the afternoon shift from 2 p.m. to midnight. They may call you really late at night for an early show, even though your schedule is during the day. You know, like I said, you have to be flexible, you guys, because if that bothers you, this is not the job for you. Right, so you have to have the ability to work in a closed quarters, all right, especially with service animals, because on board there will be a lot of animals. If you have allergies and things like that, that is not the job for you guys, because you will be in contact with animals. And also, if you have allergies like peanuts, we may have them on board. That is also not the job for you, because you may be in contact with peanuts. So that's something to consider as well. You have to have the ability to speak English fluently and be able to express yourself very well. Now, if you speak Spanish, it is a plus, All right. Right now, they're not paying extra for second or third languages, unfortunately, like Delta would do, or American, or like Air Canada, who would pay extra if you knew 2 or 3 or 4 languages. You know, Spirit Airlines does not pay for an extra language, but it is a plus if you know Spanish, because a lot of our routes are in South America, and it is always a plus if you are able to you know, communicate on the intercom. A lot of them, you know, we do Puerto Rico a lot as well, so all of these destinations, you know, Colombia, all of South America benefits from someone that is a Spanish speaker on board. You must maintain a polished and professional appearance at all times. So make sure you guys are always polished. That means during the interview, reflect that, because if you're not reflecting that during the interview, what tells you that once you're up 30,000 feet, you're not going to have those big loop earrings and have the crazy poofy hair that you're spraying green, you know what I mean? So they want to make sure that when you are very presentable and you're very professional, from your shoes to your socks to your outfit to your hair to your ears to your hand to your tattoos to your arms. I mean, they'll look at everything. So if you present yourself professionally, they will know that you will when you're not around them, so to speak, so they can trust you. They would like to see that you have a driver's license. I know some of you are young or haven't really applied. It is preferred. They will ask you if you have one, and I know, you know, it's going to be at your advantage if you have one. Let's just put it that way. Now, they're not going to eliminate you because you don't have one, but it is preferred. All right. Now, you will be asked to do an online assessment when you do apply. Okay, just know that. Now, if you guys are very nervous about the assessment, please go to my description below. I will put the link on how to pass an online assessment. Now, if after you've watched my video on assessment, it's still not clear and you're very nervous about passing it, make sure that you email me, all right, flywithshelly@gmail.com. I can give you some coaching. I can help you with assessment. I can also help you with the coaching on how to pass your interview. All right, you guys. So make sure that you email me. I am working on my website, which is flywithshelly.com, where you have the option to choose which session you want, whether it's 30 minutes, 90 minutes, or 1 hour, and then you can check out from there. Before, I used to kind of give a PayPal link. Now you're going to be able to do it through the website. But if you guys need any advice or any coaching, now that they're hiring you guys, they've already hired, if I'm not mistaken, about 163 so far. A lot of you guys got CJOs, a lot of you guys got face-to-faces. So I'm really, really excited to see, you know, how it's going to bump the seniority of those that, you know, I've been there for 2-3 years, because it kind of slowed down. And, you know, I know the Spirit Airlines were hiring nonstop for a while, and they were really hot for a while, and people were coming in at, you know, hundreds at a time every month, and then it went dead, obviously, because of coronavirus, and now they're starting up again. So that's going to bump up everybody's seniority. So we're really excited for new hires. That's really going to help us too. So we're going to get more lines, which means we can get more flexibility, which means, I mean, it means a lot for us, you know, and for you guys too, because the more people come, the more it bumps you guys up. So you want to encourage people to apply so that you can get more seniority, which means you get more flexibility with your schedule. You're no longer, you know, on reserve, but now you have the flexibility of choosing your trips and trading them in. And I could tell you more about that if you guys end up emailing me and we get a one-on-one coaching session. I could tell you a little more about how that works as well. So yeah, make sure that you guys check your spam folder, okay, really important, or your junk folder. Oftentimes they'll send you, once you apply, you send your resume, you attach it, you send out your application. Again, I'll leave the link for the application so that you guys can apply directly. I'm so excited. Click on that link, apply right away. It's gonna have that little yellow bar that's gonna say apply. Click on that, follow the prompts, read what it says, attach what you need to attach. For example, resume, or fill out what you need to fill out. It will ask you for an assessment. It is timed. It's a little stressful, I'm not gonna lie. If you do not pass the assessment, you will not move forward, just so you know that, okay? If you do pass it, you are moved to the next step. So don't panic if you don't, all right? It happens. I just want you to be in a quiet environment where you can take your time, take a deep breath, take a breather, Get all the noises and interruptions, you know, push them aside and concentrate. Okay, you guys, because this is a one-shot deal. All right, so I know you guys are going to do great. Again, if you're too nervous, send me an email. Send me an email. And again, flywithshelly@gmail.com, and I'll make sure to help you out through the entire process. So I hope this was informative. I apologize for the hat. Like I said, I am freezing. The temperature dropped here in Arizona, so nights are a little cooler. And I'm sorry if my voice is very low. I have my children sleeping, and I'm kind of like in the middle of the night doing this, but I was thinking about you guys, and I just want you guys to jump on it. Jump on that wagon. All right, may the power be with you. Bam. Love you guys. Good luck, and you got this. All right, I want to see you guys succeed. Love you. Peace.